There's a retro pixel RPG on mobile that flat out tells you in its own description that your luck will determine how hard the game gets. That's either refreshing honesty or a massive red flag. Either way, we're talking about Maple Dungeon, and there's a lot to unpack. Before we get into it, if you don't want to waste time downloading every mobile RPG that shows up on the front page, hit like and subscribe. We're always hunting for the next great idle RPG, so you don't have to waste your time downloading the bad ones. You get swallowed by a spacetime gate, wake up in a coastal town, and a girl named Mina apparently saved you. Outside the village, angry mermaids, sirens, great white sharks, a whole nautical nightmare. The setting has charm, but story isn't what's driving this game. The idle loop is. Your character auto-battles through stages, farms resources, and keeps grinding whether you're watching or not. The three main currencies are gold, sky crystals, and refinement stones, and you'll need all three constantly. Gear enhancement is the core of your combat power. You feed surplus gear into your best equipment as fodder to level it up. A familiar system if you've played any AFK-style RPG, and it works well enough in the early game. The class system is one of Maple Dungeon's stronger points. 3 base classes, each branching into multiple advanced paths: tank, berserker, healer, AoE specialist, or single target burst. Not the deepest system on mobile, but the branching paths give you real choices that affect how you handle dungeons and bosses. Layered on top are sprites, companion creatures with over 15 options, each giving different stat boosts, damage skills, and support effects. Picking the right one for your build genuinely matters. Then there's relics, artifacts, medals, and talismans, each pulling from its own resource pool. A lot of upgrade layers stacked on each other, which is either satisfying or exhausting depending on your patience. Social content covers co-op dungeons, guild runs, world boss raids with hired mercenaries, and treasure map hunts with teammates. These aren't just extras. World bosses and co-op dungeons are where your best gear and resources actually come from, so being in an active guild pays off. Now the honest part. The devs describe the game as built around slow, satisfying progression. In practice, that means walls. Players report that early game feels fine, then the mid-game resource gates get aggressive. All those upgrade layers, sprites, relics, artifacts, medals, pull from different currencies, and you'll run dry fast. Ranked and competitive content is where the pay-to-win concerns kick in hardest, because spending players pull ahead significantly. The lucky crit mechanic? Pure RNG. The devs themselves admit landing it early might break the game's balance. Your power ceiling has luck baked right into it. One thing worth praising though, the fashion system is genuinely free. Every piece of gear changes how your character looks, over 1,000 combinations. No paywalls on cosmetics. For an idle game where you're mostly watching your character auto-fight, that's a nice touch. So who's this actually for? Casual players who want to idle through dungeons and collect outfits will have a good time. Free-to-play players trying to compete in ranked content or push hard into endgame will hit walls that spenders walk through. It's a competent idle RPG in a charming pixel package. Just know that the satisfying slow progression the devs are proud of sometimes just means your next upgrade is gated behind a grind.